Darn rootin' tootin'. Darn rootin' tootin' minute.
My check.
My check.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What it do, what it don't, what it is, and what it ain't. It's your boy, Don Otaku, aka Don Solo, aka Solo the Don, aka Solo D Swaggy, aka Bruiser Brigade. And of course, I'm here with Subegels, aka Subeg, aka the Green Thumb, aka the Gaming Gardener, aka the Avatar, aka what you got for me today?
AKA Big Clippers, bro. We're coming back, bro. We're coming back, bro.
Not this shit again.
But shh. Nah, they're ass still, but it's good.
But of course, this is Dual-Wield Gaming Podcast, episode 65. And the only reason I remember that is because last week was Nintendo 64. So, but how's it going? What's been up?
Man, it's been good. Been busy. Been picking up a lot of shifts at work. Been staying extra there, trying to get more hours and shit. Been good. Been enjoying a little bit more of the televisions and the movies and the animes a little bit. I forgot what anime me and my girl were watching last night. I think it was like Blue something.
Blue.
I was gonna say
Box?
Blueprint. It was like
Blue Box.
I think they were in like
Blue...
high school or some shit. I
was
don't
it
know.
A basketball one or was it a music?
No,
or
it wasn't
painting?
A sports one.
Painting?
It wasn't I think so,
Blue
but
Velvet.
it was Blue something.
I think it's Blue
But
Velvet.
I was more so just passively watching it, but it was more so she was engaged in it, and like every revelation, she was like, "Oh my god!" So she was engaged, and I was happy to just be there and just watch it with her and stuff. Because there's a lot of times where she's just sitting there and watching the shit that I'm playing and stuff. So it's like it's nice to have a trade off. I can just passively enjoy it. And I had my Switch and stuff, and I was playing like Ball XP, and I was playing a little bit of Mario Kart World and stuff. But yeah, man, I've been enjoying it. We didn't talk about Marty Supreme, bro. I was thinking about that. You watched it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, what you think?
Bro, I thought it was...
That shit was gas, right?
It was a great movie about a terrible protagonist.
Yeah. Yeah, man, that movie was crazy. I still think about that movie, how it's like every single situation he put himself into was like just fucked. Like every single situation, or he would just make situations worse for himself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Which was just crazy. But damn, like I don't want to spoil it, but dude, that ending was insane. Like
I saw
peak
a
cinema.
review on Twitter where at first I thought he would I thought it was a negative review.
Yeah.
But when I read the whole thing, I was like, damn, this is like one of the best reviews I've seen like for this movie. And he basically said there's only two important scenes in the entire movie. And that's the beginning of the movie when he with the girl, and then the end of the movie, which I won't spoil. And everything else that happens in between is useless, but it's useless to emphasize how important that last scene is and how I'm probably butchering the way that he actually said it, but it was such a good review of he was just going into everything that happens, his ambitions and all of that essentially really meant nothing once he got to the end. But
You know,
I gotta find it. I'm gonna post it in the chat.
Yeah. I'll look at it for sure. The thing that like has stayed in my mind with that movie is, this is kind of a spoiler, but if you haven't watched the movie, you really wouldn't understand it. But I just want to see what you thought about that scene. But it was a scene before he went on in the big like final thing.
Yeah.
And he was talking to the guy that put on the event. Mm-hmm. And he was saying like he's been alive since like 1601 or something like that. Did you know what I'm talking about? He was all like, I've been around since 1601 and like I've done things to people and like since then. And I was like, that line has been like, unless I just completely like heard it wrong, but like,
it's not,
you know what I'm talking about?
It's not like clicking with me. Like I'm not remembering it off the top of my head.
Yeah, it was before Marty went on to the thing and did what he did.
Yeah.
And he just said like, oh, if you go, I've been around for like this long, and he said like a year, and I'm pretty sure it was like 1601, and he was like, if you do it, you know, you're gonna have bad luck or whatever for the rest of your life or something like that, and like I'm gonna make sure like it happens. So it's just like that one scene like kind of stuck out to me. So I was like, is that motherfucker like a vampire or some shit? Like, but anyways, yeah, that movie is great. 100% recommend it. Go out and watch it. I think it's like one of the biggest like openings for like a new IP or some shit like that.
Well, it was A24's biggest domestic performance. Got 100 million domestically, and it hasn't released overseas yet.
Yeah, man, definitely recommend Marty Supreme for sure. The hype was real with that one.
Oh yeah, I'll always believe Timothée Chalamet's hype, even though people were like mad about the marketing and like him gassing up himself in the movie. But I'm like, Tyler the Creator being in the movie with Timothy makes so much sense, because Timothy is like movie Tyler the Creator. Like, he gasses himself up. He don't care about what other people think, and people, because like it's always like, oh, you got to be humble, blah blah blah. Like, but when it comes to Tyler, when it comes to Timothée Chalamet, like, they know they got the shit, and they don't hide it. They don't try to pretend and show humility and shit like that. They're just like, nah, bitch. Like, this is what it is. Like, I'm the GOAT. That's it. And a lot of people don't like that, but I fuck with that.
Yeah. Nah, he's definitely creeping up and being like our generation, like fucking like main A-list actor.
For sure. I saw somebody say they tired of him. I'm like, bro, he's been in like 2 movies a year max. Like, how can you, like, what have you been watching that you're seeing him all the time?
Mm-hmm. And he's been in good stuff. So.
Oh yeah. I don't think I've seen a bad movie with him yet. Even Wonka was pretty decent.
So I found the line.
Okay.
The line, I'm not going to read the whole line, but I was right. He says, I was born in 1601. That's what he said.
Vamp life.
Yeah, man.
But I don't know if I talked about it last time, but I also saw Avatar.
Yeah, you talked. I think you did talk about Avatar. Okay. We've talked about it multiple times. But side note on Avatar, I really wanted to watch it, but the game's been doing really good. It's been having like a little bit of a resurgence, and not only just on PC, but on all the platforms it's on. And
that third-person update helped a lot.
Yep, and I think that they're thinking of bringing it to Switch too, and I'm pretty sure it'll run. So
yeah, I expected that, just because Ubisoft. I'm pretty sure Ubisoft's like, anything that can run on the Switch 2, we're realistically just gonna get everything over there eventually. They're prioritizing like the big stuff, which was Star Wars Outlaws, just because they're trying to make back that Star Wars license money that
IP,
They're trying to make like the Star Wars, so that was the first one. But Assassin's Creed Shadows, obviously, that's their biggest game of 2025. Which I forgot that even came out in 2025.
Dude, I was actually thinking about Assassin's Creed Shadows.
I need to put it
and
back.
I was like, fuck, I really want to play it on the Pro, bro, because they have like all the ray tracing stuff on in the performance mode. So it's like, fuck, I really want to try it out on there, but don't want to burn myself out on the open world games because I also want to get to KCD1 at some point, so we'll see. But I've been good though. Overall, I've been good. Been really wanting to actually watch Avatar 2 and 3 because I'm not gonna watch the first one again because I watched it a long ass time ago. But I don't think I'm gonna really enjoy it.
It's not worth watching it the first one again.
Yeah, that's what I was seeing like on Reddits and stuff too. People were saying just watch 2 and 3, but
yeah, because
definitely.
If you haven't watched it before, I would still say to watch it, but like it has like when I first watched it, I really did not like it. But I also only like the first time I watched it on like at my home on Blu-ray. I didn't get that full 3D experience with it. But when it re-released right before 2 came out, I went to go see it in 3D. And then I was like, oh, now I see what the hype was about. It was like playing, like watching Avatar at home is like playing a big AAA game on the Switch 2, but like docked. So like you're not getting that portable experience or anything. You're just playing it docked, and it's like, oh, it's running. It is doing it. Like it's there. It's there. Everything's there. But you don't get that full experience if you're not watching it on the big screen in 3D. Like that's the only movie, like that's the only series of movies that I will ever go see in 3D, because most 3D is a scam. Like literally.
Don't they even make those movies in like high FPS, like
yes,
like 60
that's
or like 48 or whatever?
Another really cool thing about it is that it's like 48 frames per second versus 24, and
It seems like it works for them.
Yeah, it just feels like a video game. Like the whole movie just feels like a really good video game cutscene.
Yeah, that's good.
But
you know what's funny?
Yeah,
it's I was thinking about James Cameron and like Hideo, and it's funny because like Hideo makes like and like makes very, or I cut out. Oh
yeah,
no,
you cut out a little bit.
Oh no, it might be Jover. Oh,
it was just a little stop, like it wasn't anything serious.
Okay, all right, because I seen my internet thing like flashing too. But what's it called? Hideo makes very movie-like games, and James Cameron makes very video game-like movies. Like they're like opposites of each other, kind of. But
what really made me respect James Cameron and Avatar even more, especially the first one, is the history of Avatar and how he originally tried to make Avatar in like 1999, 2000 or something like that. But the technology was just
wasn't there.
And then 2009 came around, and like video games have been showing like high fidelity graphics and shit. He's like, oh yeah, it's time. And like the whole history of it was like, obviously James Cameron's gonna spend a shit ton of money on tech like this. Like he was creating new tech that we are using today in video games, and it was going up to like $300 million, which is insane back in 2009. And they canceled it once. Like they canceled the movie once. I think it was Fox. Fox was like, nah, you're spending way too much money. Like, we gotta cancel this shit. And then he was like, okay, well, I'm about to shop around. And then someone was about to like get the rights to it and release it. And then Fox was like, wait, hold on. Yeah, we gonna backtrack. We gonna let you make it, okay? But we just want to be the ones who release it. And then it ended up releasing under Fox. And then we know the story. $2 billion later, biggest movie highest grossing movie of all time. And then he did it back to back, 2 billion. And now it looks like this one's also going to be another 2 billion. So he's the first director to have 4 $2 billion, he's the first to have 4 $1 billion movies back to back, because it's literally the last movie before Avatar was Titanic.
Yeah.
So
isn't that kind of sad?
Track record is crazy.
But isn't that sad though? Like,
he went like 12 years without making a movie.
Nah, he went 12 years without making a movie, and he's only done one IP since. And he was like wasn't he making like multiple different creative stuff? Let me see.
He has Terminator under his belt. He has Aliens.
Oh, he's Canadian? I didn't even know that.
Terminator, Aliens, and then Titanic.
Terminator, Aliens, Titanic. See, that's 3 different different franchises though.
Yeah.
And then now it's just Avatar.
I'm okay with it though. Like, that is how it is sometimes. You make a series, then
it blows up, and then
you're
you
gonna be invested in the series.
No, but I'm sure it's good though, and I know he really pushes technology, which is nice. We love that around here. And then he was also, I don't know if we talked about him talking about AI. Did we talk about that?
No.
Like his little AI stance. He was talking about how like he is trying to create like pipelines to make to put AI into like the workflow ethically.
Yeah. And then he's like,
which is good.
If like he's literally saying, I don't have that much time to live, and like I want to get all of these Avatar movies out, and I don't want to take 4 or 5 years every single time. So if AI can help me like get these movies out in 2 years, 3 years, then that's what I'm gonna do. And that's exactly a realistic way of looking at it. But yeah man, but that's a good intro section. But let's go ahead and get into the gaming.
Yeah.
And I'll actually start because I have only played one new game and I've basically been playing the same stuff. So as usual, Fortnite, still enjoying this season. I feel like this is my top 3 favorite seasons of 2025, even though it's extended into 2026. But this was one of my favorite seasons so far. It's been a lot of fun.
That's what's up.
And even like OG's new season and Reload's new season have been great. So we've been actually switching between those a lot more often than we usually do. But they killed everything with this one. I just love like the additions of self-revive and the drivable revive trucks, the reboot vans. They have made this shit so much more fun, because when you get knocked, you're like doing, and then like the dodge roll when you're knocked, you're doing everything you can to survive and try to self-revive. But also if you're downed next to a reboot van, you can get into the reboot van and reboot yourself. You can revive yourself with the reboot van, which is cool as hell. And like, let's say you're like rebooting and your teammate is fighting, they can literally just get inside the reboot van and start driving while you're still rebooting, which is hilarious. Like, people will literally chase you down and start trying to shoot you out the back.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, this has been a lot of fun. And then probably some of my favorite skins came out like ever. I probably spent the most on skins, I'm not even gonna lie. I probably spent an amount that I will not disclose on air.
You spent AAA money on some skins, bro?
Bro, I spent like 5 AAA on skins. Bro, they had too many good ones this year. K-pop Demon Hunters, Tyler the Creator, the fucking Pulp Fiction ones, Bleach. I had to get my Ichigo. like I was going all out, but shout out to Fortnite. It's been holding it down. I did play one new game, although it's not a game because it's not out yet, but it will be out next week. And that is Big Hops, which is a new 3D platformer, indie 3D platformer that is coming from Luckshot Games. You play as a frog, and you have innovative tongue mechanics. So there's that. Like, what else could you want? Innovative tongue mechanics. But this game is an open world 3D platformer inspired by Breath of the Wild, and obviously like other Super Mario 3D platformers as well. But it's all about kind of, what do they call it? Like free-form exploration and just kind of finding and discovering things, like discovering your path and where it leads, and just kind of organically, yeah, that's what I was looking for, organic exploration. And just like Demon Tides, this game has a ton of mechanics with your moveset. So you have wall running, wall jumps, dive, high jump. I don't think you have a long jump, but you have a high jump if you crouch and then jump. You have a roll. And then you have like the tongue mechanics where you can pick up items with your tongue. You can like pull levers and latches with your tongue. And then you can swing across vines, or not vines, but like tree branches and stuff. Hook shot. So your tongue basically acts as like a lot of different things. But they also have this kind of gardening system. I wouldn't even call it gardening, really. It's like you can like pick up plants, and then some plants will basically give you access to other stuff. So there'll be like mushrooms that give you a bounce, and you can kind of place them anywhere that you want, and you have to like figure out the best way to use those. They also have like this whole Animal Crossing kind of bug catching mechanic where you just find new species of bugs, you identify them, and then they go into your little logbook, and you just collect them all. Like, hey, you found a new butterfly, or you found a new beetle. So that's like one of the collectibles throughout the game. You're just finding new bugs. But the demo is extensive. Like, there's a lot in this demo, even though you're in a small section of the game. But I was having a lot of fun. It really reminded me of like Demon Tides, with how mechanically like robust it is and how ambitious it is. Yeah. I will say it doesn't feel as good as Demon Tides does. Like, it's a little not janky, but it's a little stiff with the movement. But that's okay. There's also, it's not that fast. Like, it's a little slower than because there's like no sprint, there's no like fast-paced movement. But that's also okay. But coming from like Demon Tides and Bubsy 4D, it definitely slows it down a lot. But there's a lot of ways to creatively platform in this game, which is really great. So yeah, Big Hops, that is coming out on January 12th, literally 7 days from now, or sorry, 5 days from now. And I will definitely be picking it up, maybe reviewing it. We'll see how far I get into it. But yeah, big hops. And then other than that, just been playing Fire Emblem Awakening in my spare time.
Yeah.
And I got to the halfway, or not even halfway, like I got to the big part of the intro section where somebody dies and the war officially starts at this point. And now it's getting serious. We're about to find out about Lucina and everything, and it's been a lot. It's just been great. Like, this is my comfort game for sure, because I just put it on and then like just having that nostalgia for it. Like, damn. Even though a lot of the stuff I don't remember like the order of things, but I remember for the most part. And like some of the characters I kind of forgot about. So when they come up, I'm like, oh yeah, damn, I forgot about this character. And it's like, yeah. But definitely, and I'm probably gonna go to 3 houses after this because I feel like I'm gonna be on a Fire Emblem kick until the next Fire Emblem comes out.
Hell yeah.
So yeah.
You gotta go back to Unicorn Overlord too, man.
Oh, bro.
Yeah.
The other Fire Emblem game.
Hell yeah, man.
But yeah, that's really it. That's all that I've been playing. I thought I was going to play the Dragon Quest demo, but I didn't get around to it. But what you been up to? What you been playing?
For me, it's really just more of the same old shit. I don't think I played anything new in the past week, so it's just been really more of the same stuff. So Ball Pit, still hooked on that. I went back to Dragon Quest 3 a little bit, just to try to get back into it. I did try out the Dragon Quest 7 demo just to see the frame rate. Honestly, I didn't want to play it too much because I already already like Dragon Quest, but it is 60 FPS on Switch 2, which is nice. Looks great, really crispy. I think Square is doing a really good job, honestly, with their ports and the stuff that they've been bringing to Switch 2, which is nice. Just keep on doing
the Kingdom Hearts full collection that's not cloud.
I know, for real. Yeah, they need to do that, and that would be easy sales for them, like layup sales, honestly. But
and then announce that Kingdom Hearts 4 will be day and date on Switch 2.
On the Switch 2, that'd be crazy. Yo, I think, bro, that'd be a 1-2 punch right there. Absolutely. But I've been really wanting to get into, as I've mentioned earlier, KCD. I tried playing it on the PC, but the thing that I'm running into on the PC is that it's not super optimized for the controller. Like when you need to do like lock picking and stuff like that, like it's not made for the controller. Like I need to switch over to the mouse and keyboard and do like the lock picking and stuff.
Really?
And it's like doing that is like making me very like not immersed into it. So it's like that's why I'm waiting for like the console port.
I don't remember having that issue when I was playing on PC.
Yeah, I don't know if it's just like the sensitivity or maybe it's like the way I'm running the game or something, but I can look it up because I was seeing like people on Steam were having issues with it too. Some people were also having issues with like the cutscenes running below 30 FPS, and I ran into that too. Like when the cutscenes hit, like I was like 15 frames, and I was like, what the fuck is happening? So it's like I had to do some like troubleshooting and stuff, and like I got that issue fixed. The cutscenes are fine and stuff, but it was really mainly like me having to switch between the controller and the keyboard on the lock picking and stuff. But
troubleshoot gaming, y'all.
Troubleshoot gaming. Yeah, man, it was really not great. But I'm excited for it to get its current gen port, because they're just gonna bring over like how it is currently on PC with the high res textures. They'll bump it up to 60 FPS. they'll look a little bit better. It might look a little bit more like Kingdom Come 2, which is funny because the developer Warhorse, they actually just confirmed that they're making their next game on Unreal Engine, so they're ditching this engine that they made for, or that because it's the CryEngine, right, for KCD.
Maybe.
I think KCD on engine. Yeah, but their next game is going to be on Unreal. Yeah, it is on CryEngine. Refers heavily modified version of CryEngine. But yeah, that kind of made me sad seeing that they're ditching CryEngine, but it kind of makes sense. No one really uses CryEngine anyways. It's probably not like a super like heavily supported engine, like even on the back end. Like if you have like problems, like you probably have to go in and solve them yourself. Like you can't go to someone and be like, can you help me, you know?
Yeah. Next thing we're gonna hear, Crytek then gave up on CryEngine.
Dude.
And going to Unreal.
Yeah, I think if I recall, Crytek has a they have not an agreement, but a contract with the military for stuff. So I know that they use their engine for that stuff like that. So I know they have a contract specifically for the military for CryEngine. So that might be one of the reasons why it's still like kind of a thing, but yeah, it makes me sad though, because you know I don't like the monopolization of Unreal Engine. I think I read somewhere it's gonna be like something like 60% of next gen games are gonna be all on Unreal, and then it's like 25% it's like Unity, and like the last like 10-15 it's like all the other proprietary engines like fucking Decima and like Snowdrop and like Anvil and shit like that. So it's just insane like how much is gonna be on Unreal. But it's getting better. But anyway, so KCD, waiting for that. Bollocks Pit, still addicted, amazing on the Switch for sure. Still grinding on Battlefield, but I started the campaign. I'm really just super not super deep into it. It's not the greatest, not gonna lie. It hasn't engaged me on a like story level, but on a story front. But you know, it's just a campaign to play, which is nice. And I think I'm probably gonna just beat it because it's short. But yeah, I haven't been playing too much new stuff. I need to actually check Game Pass, bro. I need to download something on there and start playing some shit on there.
I just saw that Warner Brothers has rejected Paramount's 8th attempt to buy the studio. And this nigga DL said, she not gonna fuck you, bro. Just leave. Just give it up. Bro.
That's funny.
It's sad, but
I know. The theater experience is a beautiful thing, man.
That's only like Paramount definitely has some issues when it, like, if they were to buy Netflix, or no, sorry, not buy Netflix. If they would have bought Warner Brothers, they would have their own issues that we would have to deal with. But honestly, I can ignore that. But the whole no theater experience with Netflix, we're gonna shorten it to 17 days, bitch. Can't stand them. But it is what it is. They're gonna try to kill theater as much as possible because that's just gonna further their agenda. But in non-game related news, wait, did I talk about Tainted Grail last week?
I do not remember.
I don't think I did.
Tainted Grail, though.
The Fall of Avalon, the
Elder Scrolls like. Yup. No, that game looks good. That game looks really good. That game,
I played it, so I guess I can talk about that. But before I get into that, Bruno Mars just announced a new album.
Okay.
A solo album.
It's gonna be elevator music for the next 5 years.
Because he has not released a solo album since like 2015 or some shit. So, shout out to Bruno Mars.
Yeah. He'll catch a grenade for us, bro.
Send that to my girl.
Will he catch a grenade for Xbox? No, I'm just kidding.
Well, since the girl that he's catching a grenade for would be an Xbox, then yes, because everything is an Xbox.
That's funny.
All right, so lastly, I actually forgot that I played this, and for good reason. I played Tainted Grail, Ball of
For
Avalon,
good reason.
and it was on sale, and I was like, you know what? I heard Maddie glazing this game, saying it's the Elder Scrolls game. It's the Elder Scrolls 6 that we've been waiting for, and I'm like, okay, let me like there was too much going on when it launched, but it was a good period where I wasn't really playing anything new. I was like, all right, let me boot up this motherfucking Tainted Grail. Let's get to it.
Yes, sir.
So the start, very Elder Scrolls, like you're in prison, as always, and you start to like build your character, and basically through the dialogue choices with the guard, you kind of set your character's origins or like playstyle and everything. So it's like, like he'll ask you a question, they'll be like, oh, I was on my way to enlist in the army, and then because they're like, what were you doing when we caught you? He's like, I was on my way to enlist in the army, and then you'll be like the strength melee type of guy, like, oh, I was hunting, then you'll be good with like archery and stuff like that. So they had like the dialogue options build your character, which was pretty cool way of handling that. And then he'll like ask you like 2 or 3 questions, I can't remember, and then you'll build out your character from there. Then of course you have to escape the dungeon because some shit starts going down. And I'm like, okay, yeah, this feels very Elder Scrolls. I'm liking the vibe, the art style, the characters don't look that good. I guess that's very Elder Scrolls like, because the character models are pretty terrible. The character creation was pretty bad also. It was very light, but I'm like, okay, let's get into this gameplay, because that's what people been talking about, right? Well, first off, unlike Elder Scrolls, they do not hold your hand at the beginning of the game. So as soon as I get out of my little dungeon, I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm about to go over here, go find me a weapon and then start killing some shit, you know what I mean? So I run into an undead. Like, obviously undead, like, oh, it's the undead. They can't be that bad. Bro, I run into this undead. I don't even have a weapon yet. So I'm like, all right, bro, fisticuffs. Like, I guess that's what it's gotta be, because I have nothing. I have no armor. Actually, I did pick up some armor from somebody, but I had no weapons. And I was like, all right, bro, I guess it's about to be fisticuffs in here, because, like, they ain't give me shit. So I pull up on them. I'm like, whop, whop. I'm whopping them up. No, that shit was doing no damage. Like, she was doing nothing to him. And his shit was doing crazy damage to me. Even when I put the armor on, he was knocking the shit out of me. I'm like, bro, what's going on? Where is my weapons? Like, how did I get over here without finding the weapon? And then his hitbox, his reach was crazy. Like, I'm over here trying to run away and dodge. He is like lunging like 20 feet to hit me. I'm like, bro, so I died. Like, I died. I tried to hide inside of a jail cell. No, like, bro was not letting me get away. And I was running away until I ended up running into another enemy that was even stronger than him, and then I got annihilated. So then I was like, okay, obviously that means I'm not supposed to go over there, right? Because, you know, you're not gonna just walk into an enemy with no weapon. So then I go the other way, and then I run into a guard who does have a weapon, and he obliterates me. And I'm like, okay, maybe it's because I didn't talk to the other people in the jail cells, because I have a key to all the cells now. So I start going into the cells and talking to them. These motherfuckers ain't tell me nothing. Like they were just, they were like going crazy or some shit. Because they were doing experiments on them or something. And they didn't have weapons, they didn't have items, they didn't have anything to give me, nothing. So then I'm like, okay, what the hell do y'all want me to do? I found a pickaxe on the like I ran past the undead. I found a pickaxe and I was like, oh, I guess this is my first weapon, okay? That means I'm about to whoop this nigga. No, the fucking pickaxe was barely better than my hands, and he was just whooping my ass still. So I'm like, yeah, y'all, like, who did this tutorial section? Because there is no tutorial. It's literally like survive. Like, I didn't know I was playing Dark Souls, even though Dark Souls is easier in the tutorial section than this shit. So I was kind of bad, like, because I was really like, there has to be a weapon somewhere, and I felt like I was just being stupid and I couldn't find it. And then like I ended up just straight Dark Souls, like boxing the guy with the sword, so I can get his sword. And I just kept on fighting until I died. Thank you. I literally just kept on fighting him, dying over and over until I finally defeated him, because I was just dodging enough that I wouldn't get hit. And I got his sword. And then I killed the first undead that popped up. I killed him, ran into 2 more undead, got annihilated, and I was like, I'm off this shit, bro. So I was definitely not in the right mindset to play this game, because I thought I wasn't ready to be frustrated and dying in the first section of the game. So I was like, you know what? Put this shit down. We're gonna come back with the knowledge that we have, and then we're gonna try again. But that was my first experience with the game. So yeah, that's Tainted Grail, Fall of Avalon. Until next time, I'll probably have a better experience, but yeah. But that's really all I've been playing this time. All right. With that, I have a quick on the radar that I want to get into, and then we'll get into our first topic.
Yes, sir.
Mike, no, where the hell is? So, this game is called Better Than Dead. I don't know if you got a chance to see this when I posted it in the chat, but this is a game that is very reminiscent of that game that hasn't come out yet, Unrecord, where it's like a realistic kind of body cam looking game.
Mm-hmm.
But this one is, I want to say it's a Chinese developer, and it literally has that same kind of vibe, just very realistic. not as like uncanny as Unrecord, because that one just seemed like, when I saw that one, I was literally like, nah, this is fucking live action. This one does look more like a game, but it looks pretty cool though. Has like a little fisheye kind of view going on. I'm not sure what the premise is, what you're doing. Who are you killing? Like, you're in restaurants killing people and shit. Not actual citizens, it doesn't look like, at least, but it seems like you're fighting the triads or something. But it looked pretty solid, not gonna lie. It was it being in China and it like looking like a lot of the like Chinese action movies, like The Raid and shit like that, was really cool. Like, the setting looked really cool to see it in a video game this way. But yeah, I was digging it.
This looks sick.
Yeah. Not as uncanny. Like, you can see the jitteriness of like the hand movements and shit like that, but it still looks pretty cool. But yeah, Montegallo is the developer, and Microprose is the publisher. Never heard of either one of them. But that's really all I had for On the Radar. Anything that caught your attention?
Nah, not really. I can look through my bookmarks real quick to see if I bookmarked anything though.
Yes, sir.
Because I usually do if I see something interesting. I don't know if I talked about this game before, but it's this FPS that like where it's like the amount of enemies you kill determines like what frames you're gonna get in the game. Have you seen that?
No.
Yeah, fuck, I bookmarked it a long time ago. I don't think I ever mentioned it here though. Yeah, there's that one. If I could find the name of that one, that'd be nice.
The game that's on another On the Radar, because you mentioned FPS, and that kind of is a game that everybody shitted on, even though, like, I don't understand why everyone.
Oh, High Guard.
Exactly.
Yeah,
it's coming out in
I wish listed it.
It's coming out in 2 weeks, and people are like, "Oh yeah, this game's DOA, is dead on arrival. Nobody's gonna play this. Another hero shooter. Blah blah blah. Y'all should have made Titanfall 3." Like, and I'm over here like, bro, everything that they showed looked live. I don't know what the fuck y'all talking about. And I'm pretty sure this game. I hope that they just drop it. Like, don't do any beta. Don't like. Just have the Twitch people play it on launch, and then that'll be your marketing for that. But just drop it. Like, don't answer these dumbass journalists who are trying to. I don't know what the fuck they're trying to do with this game, but they're definitely trying to milk the negativity on it. And
yeah,
and we know who you are.
Yeah, facts. It's funny because like they were the media was the one shitting on it for the most part, and now they're asking like, oh, where is it? Like, where is High Guard? We haven't seen any gameplay for it. We haven't seen any deep dives. It's like, you guys were the ones that were shitting on it when it first came out. Like, I don't know. Like, obviously, like, yes, everyone acknowledges the fact that they shouldn't have ended the show off with a free-to-play first-person shooter, but like at the same time, it's like they're part of the problem. But okay, so On the Radar, FPS Quest, that's what it's called.
FPS Quest.
And it's an FPS where FPS is your health. If you play poorly, performance drops. Tweak settings on the fly, lower graphics, break the rules, and create glitches to survive. No, I just thought that this was a really interesting idea, where it's like you start off in like 1 FPS and like you just keep on doing better and better, and you can get all the way up to like, you know, however many frames, like 120 or whatever the max is of the game. But yeah, I just thought it was a really unique idea, something cool, something interesting, something you don't see every day, you know. Yeah, that's it. That's my on the radar for the week.
Yeah, this looks sick. Although I hope the enemy variety isn't just skeletons.
yeah, for sure.
But no doubt. All right. Well, we have our part 2 of our wrap up of 2025, but this is just going to be our top 10 of 2025. But also 5 games that got away. The games that
all the games that got away.
the top 5 games that we were excited about and we just never got around to.
Yeah.
So we'll actually start with that, and this will just be us. We won't go back and forth with this one.
Okay.
But for me, top 5 is 5 would be The Outer Worlds 2. Because even though I played a little bit of it, I definitely did not play as much as I expected to, but just the little opening section of that game like had me hyped, but also I didn't really have the time because of everything else I needed to finish up.
Yeah.
So yeah, that one's definitely on there. Trying to think of the biggest ones.
Are you good?
Doom: The Dark Ages was one that I really expected to play. Not even sure how it even slipped, but it was just too much like going on. I think I was playing Expedition 33 still, and I was playing like I forgot what else came out around that time, but there was just too much happening in May when that game came out. Number 3. Damn, it's all Xbox games. I just realized that. Ninja Gaiden 4. Like literally, I feel like in January that was my most anticipated game of the year. Like,
yeah.
And somehow I ended up I haven't even installed it. Like when October came around, it came out like end of October, right?
Yeah, it came out in like the 3rd week of October, I believe.
Yeah, and that was Pokemon Legends. Like I knew Pokemon Legends was gonna be the game that I was playing, so it just did not happen. I'm not even sure if that's my number 3, but it's definitely in the top 3 for sure. Trying to think. Number 2. I'm gonna say, actually, this is my number 3, Hyrule Warriors. Because that was one I was actually excited about, but just because of all the other Switch 2 games and also budget-wise, I didn't want to spend another $70 at that time. So yeah, that one got away. And then number 1. Wait, yeah, number 1. I can't even remember what it was. That's how much it got away.
Yeah.
Damn. Really, Ninja Gaiden 4 is probably my number 1, but there's another game that I thought I was gonna play.
Claire?
I mean,
or did you did put a lot of time into it? Huh?
Yeah, I got to act like I'm midway through Act 2.
Okay. Oh yeah. So then you put a decent amount of time into it.
Yeah, it would be something that I really just did not even invest much into.
I'm sure you can think of something if you.
Yeah, you do your like
The ones that got away.
2 through 5, and then I think I'll remember what the first one was.
Okay, so I'm definitely with you on Ninja Gaiden. I think I only played like, I don't even know if I played like an hour of it really. But I did play it on stream a little bit, and I was enjoying it for sure. It's gonna be a bunch of Xboxes stuff, to be honest. So it was Ninja Gaiden. I'm looking at my trophy list or achievement list. Blueprints. Monster Train 2. Literally just Avowed. That's 4 already.
Oh, I remember what it was.
Claire 5. All these games. Outer Worlds. Arc Raiders 2, honestly. All these games.
Yeah, I'll say my number 2, because I also was hyping up this game and I never got around to it. Even though I bought it, I still have not even played it, and that was Chronos: The New Dawn.
Yeah. For sure.
But yeah, that's the 5 that got away. I plan on playing one of them in January.
Oh, I have a big one that got away, but that wasn't because of me, and that was because of its shitty ass performance on PC, and that's Monster Hunter Wilds.
Oh, that one did not get away from me. I already knew. You already know how I felt.
Oh yeah, no doubt. No doubt. It's funny too because the what's it called? I was looking at like Monster Hunter like Reddit threads and stuff, and the people on those Reddit threads are literally like, port Monster Hunter Rise instead.
Exactly.
Or like giving it the Switch 2 port enhancements, like giving Monster Hunter Rise the 60 FPS and stuff like that instead of porting Wilds, which is funny because Rise is a really good game. I had a lot of fun playing that game, so I definitely prefer that too. Honestly, at this point, I would buy it again on the Switch if they just were like Monster Hunter Rise Switch 2 edition. I'd be like, hell yeah.
Yeah, some other like honorable mentions. What's it called? I just saw it. Oh yeah, 2XKO. I didn't put as much time into that when it, like the official release. I played the beta. I enjoyed it, but I never got around to actually finishing it. Blueprints would definitely be up there too, because
yeah, man,
that game always just looked interesting. I just never got the chance to play it. Shinobi.
Ooh.
Even though the demo didn't really like. Oh, a bit. Yeah, never mind. I'm taking Outer
Ninja
Worlds.
Gaiden Ragebound.
I'm taking Outer Worlds off the list. But there was one that I was really excited about that I did not jump into, and that's the Altars. A lot of the big Game Pass games, basically any of the Game Pass games that came out after the Switch 2 launched, they got the short end of the stick because I was prioritizing everything on the Switch 2.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the ones that got away. But we did have a lot of games that we did play in 2025 and we did enjoy. So we'll do the back and forth. Our top 10 of 2025. And I will start with number 10, Rematch. Slow Clap did the unthinkable, going from third-person action games to a third-person sports game, and it just worked. And the animations like felt like they were made for this. Like, they did an excellent job of making a soccer game that kind of feels new. It felt like they took the best of what made Rocket League good and then implemented it into like a team-based human soccer game, and it was well balanced, had a high enough skill ceiling and a low enough barrier of entry that most people can just pick up and play it, but you can put in that time to really invest and become a better player with practice and more playing time.
Oh yeah.
And you could see that growth, and you could feel your skill level increasing as you play, and you're like, okay, now I know when to pull this off. And like, oh, I see, like there's so much strategy to it. And also the maturing and growth of learning, you know what, maybe I don't need the ball all the damn time. Maybe I should pass it, you know. That's probably the hardest thing to overcome for most people. But yeah, Slow Clap killed it. Honestly, Slow Clap is 3 for 3 when it comes down to it. Like Absolution,
I forgot their first game.
That's what it's called.
Yeah.
Absolver was great. I would say Absolver was good, but I loved it because of the whole multiplayer aspect of it. And then Sifu was great, asterisk, for me at least.
Yeah.
Like, I loved what I played.
No, Sifu's great. Sifu's a really good game.
I love what I played at Sifu, but also it was too short, and it didn't have much replayability either. Like, I felt like they should have stuck with what they were doing with Absolver and just improve on that, because I love Absolver more. It was just janky, but like Sifu was more polished, and it was complete at launch, unlike Absolver, which I played Absolver after all the content kind of got added and they improved it. So but I remember the launch not being that good. So yeah, I want the polish of Sifu on a multiplayer experience like Absolver, and then I would be down for that. But Sifu was like a 2-hour game, but since it was roguelike, it was. But I ended up beating it in like 2 days, and I did not like that. So Sifu Country Days, but it was great for what it was.
Yeah.
And yeah, Rematch was them going a completely different route, but also showing that like the skills that they learned from Sifu and the polish and the animation quality, that was all still there. So yeah.
Okay.
But that's my number 10, Rematch.
Okay. All right, hold on, let me just make sure I have my list here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I actually made the list this time, so I'm not gonna be
2, 3.
doing it as I go.
Okay, so I have 11 here, so I might have an honorable mention first. Do I want to put? Okay, so
you gotta
my
if you have
one
an honorable mention, you gotta do it before the last, like before number 1. You gotta put the honorable mention.
Okay, but honorable mention and not even cracking the top 10 though.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. So, I really enjoy this game, and I really loved what I've played, but I've only put like 3 hours into it. Do you think I should put it in my top 10?
Yeah, might as well.
All right. Fuck it. Okay. So I'm booting.
Worth it.
I'm booting off one of my most anticipated of the year off of my top 10. So okay, so let me erase that. We're probably gonna have some overlapping ones too in here. Okay, so number 10 for me is Katana Knot.
Okay.
Really, really loved what I've played of this. It has those roguelike elements. It has like that like action 2D side-scrolling elements that I just really love. It has a great art style. Shout out to Acclaim. They're making a comeback. We love to see our publishers making comebacks here. But yeah, man, I highly recommend this one. It's this small little indie game. I don't even know how to describe it. It's like a melee shooting game with roguelike elements, level based. It has like a horror element to it. Very good. Highly recommend. It's really cheap too.
Yep, like $14.99 regular price. And then it goes on sale every now and then for like $12.74 or something. But yeah.
Yo. Yes, sir.
That one's I only played the demo, so I wasn't gonna put that on there, but that was a great demo, and I agree with everything you said. Like the art style, the gameplay all felt fantastic. The horror elements were great. But yeah. But number 9 for me, Assassin's Creed Shadows, which is another game I didn't put as much time as I wanted to put into it, but I did put about 12 or so hours in, and I enjoyed the like Assassin's Creed going back to that stealth-based gameplay with Yahweh or Nawe. Yahweh. No. we ain't there yet. We not I Am Jesus hasn't come out yet. But Nawe was great as that real stealth assassin that we haven't really had since Origins came out. Like, we really haven't had a real stealth experience in Assassin's Creed where it was like the main thing to do. It's always been there in Assassin's Creed Origins and Odyssey and Valhalla, but you could bypass it so easily that it kind of defeated the purpose of it.
Mm-hmm.
But when you played as Nawe, you really did feel, at least in the beginning, you felt like, oh, I really do need to stealth to get past these sections, especially if you played it on hard, on the harder difficulties, which was, I felt like, the best way to play it. But then Yasuke was also a lot of fun to play with separately, just brute forcing your way through situations and the finishers that he would pull off and the different weapons that you could use with him. It was a really cool like mesh of what made the new Assassin's Creed games great and going back to what made, like, why people love the old games as well. But some of the same like issues with Assassin's Creed RPGs that people didn't like, the side content, the like voice acting and story, things like that. Still, if you're looking for Witcher quality in those aspects, not happening. Like, that's where Ghost of Yote and Ghost of Tsushima kind of shines over Assassin's Creed every time. But when it comes to the actual gameplay of it, I felt like Assassin's Creed Shadows was A1.
Oh yeah.
In that regard. They
did really well. Oh yeah.
And I can't
the
wait
parkour
to
and stuff.
Yeah, I can't wait to get back into it when they have that parkour update. Which I think
they already added that.
Oh, then I'll be getting back in it eventually.
Yep.
But yeah, that's my number 9.
Beautiful game. Gorgeous game. Absolutely breathtaking on PC, on Xbox, on PlayStation, even on Switch too.
Yes.
Beautiful game.
But that is number 9. What you got?
Yes, sir. Okay, so for my number 9, and this is where we get a little bit of that Xbox flavor. Um, a little known studio known as Double Fine. With the little known game that got just absolutely thrown under the rug and just pushed to the side, called Keeper. I know you guys, if you know me and my taste, you guys know I love Ghibli and I love these artsy fartsy ass games. And while I do have qualms with this game, I did enjoy it and I did get the 1000. I did get all the achievements for it, and it was a beautiful experience. They utilized Unreal Engine in a beautiful way. It's not 60 FPS on consoles, which sucks, but maybe when it comes to PS5 and Switch 2, they give us that 60 FPS patch, which would be nice. It'd be cool seeing more people experience Keeper. And it's obviously more than just a game about a walking lighthouse. There is way more gameplay in it. At points it turns into a platformer. At points it turns into like this almost like an action type game, like almost like a Sonic game in a sense, where it's based on speed and momentum and stuff. Well, maybe more than a Sonic game, because Sonic isn't really even momentum based anymore, but I digress. I know, dude, I was about to say make Sonic great again. Oh no. Oh no, that was bad. But for real, Sonic Team, please go back to momentum based speed. I'm begging you guys at this point.
We don't need Sonic Team to do that, because the Sonic fans will do it for them every time.
Or Fabraz will do it for us or something. Nah, but yeah, shout out to Keeper. It's a very short game. It's a very
you just made me think of if Fabraz made a Sonic game.
A Sonic game?
Bro.
They should do it, man.
We need that.
They should do it. They should contract him. Sega, if you're listening, please.
Fire Sonic Team, every single one. I'm on my hands and then hire Fabraz to make the next Sonic game, and that's free money, bro.
Facts. And it'll be a fucking like a 9 out of 10. It might even be what's it called, nominated for like, those family game categories and shit.
Yeah, that'll be the one that's the only time Sonic beats any Nintendo game in the best family game category.
Is it Fabraz is at the wheel?
But sorry,
but yeah, no, you're good. Shout out to Keeper. Definitely see through to the end. I remember when I was first playing it, and like you're in the lighthouse for like half of the game. It was nice though, like because you're shining your light, and if you shined your light on the world, like you would see like the flora and fauna like grow in real time and stuff like that. So they really did utilize the tech in a great way, and yeah, it's a beautiful little game. I know I was hating on it a little bit, but I definitely enjoyed it, and it's worth playing for sure.
All right. I did remember another one that got away, but I kind of let it go away because of it being early access. Yeah, and that was Grounded 2, which Grounded, one of my favorite games of all time. Grounded 2, I was super excited about, but once
you still have time.
Well, once I knew I wasn't gonna make the launch, I was like, I'll just wait until 1.0. Yeah. So that's what we're doing. But my number 8 is actually the first game that I beat of the year. And also this was the first review that I did for Lognet. And it was a game that I hold very dear, even though it's been like an entire year. This game never really left my consciousness because it was such a great experience, and that is Blade Chimera from Playism. And I forgot the developer's name, but Blade Chimera is a Metroidvania light, because it was not really a Metroidvania. It was more like a action platformer in a sense.
Yeah.
And it's very reminiscent of like Symphony of the Night Team Ladybug, that's the developer. So Team Ladybug and Playism, it is like a sci-fi version, like the dystopian cyberpunk version of Symphony of the Night's art style. And you are a demon hunter, essentially, and you work for this organization that takes down demons. You're an amnesiac who basically was taken in by this organization, and you just fight demons for them. And it's like, I went into it because I knew the gameplay was gonna be dope, and the gameplay is pretty dope. You have swords, you have guns, and swords will, like, the weapon, well, I guess not swords, but it's melee weapons, and you have ranged weapons. And the melee weapons will range from like light swords, great swords, whips, staffs, like spears and shit. Like, there's a wide range of different melee weapons, and then same with the ranged weapons. It'll go from like pistols, assault rifles, bazookas, like the whole 9 yards. They have a really great variety of weapons, and they all feel pretty different from each other, even like in the same class. Like, not every sword feels exactly like, not every short sword feels the same, which is great. But there was also, damn, now I'm forgetting her name. Lux. So Lux was your partner in this game, and she was a demon that contracted with you, and her abilities were like really cool, because I never really seen any game kind of have some of the ability, like this type of game. I haven't really seen them utilize abilities like they did with Lux, where you would like throw out the like, she was this giant floating sword that would always follow you, and you could throw it out, and if you held B when you throw out the sword, it would act as a defense and an offense. Like, it would just spin and continuously attack enemies, but it will also reflect or deflect any projectiles coming at you, which was also great for defense. And she could put on she could turn into a bubble shield that surrounds you. Eventually you were able to unlock double jump with her. And I say it's not a Metroidvania because you don't actually unlock like different moves by progressing through the world and through the story. Everything was a skill tree. So like double jump was kind of locked behind a skill tree, but you didn't need double jump to complete the actual story. But if you wanted to get like to the secret locations that will have like really good loot or side quests that were actually important, then you could unlock it for that. Now, what surprised me about Blade Chimera is that I knew that the gameplay, like I was there for the gameplay, obviously. Like, for the most part, these 2D Metroidvania style games, I'm not really looking for story, like a robust story. But this game surprised me with its story so much. And not only just like the story of it, but even the, like, not even just the main quest, the side quests were actually really good. And there were some side quests, like there was obviously fetch quest side quests, but they had side quests that were like multi part quests that had their very own storyline that kind of tied into the main character, or it kind of tied into the organization, or it kind of tied into like the facade of demons being the bad guy, like the ultimate bad guy, and there's really no good ones. So that was a big surprise, but I did 100% this game, and it is a game that you have to 100% because the ending that you get when you 100% the game is so amazing, because it's like you get 90% of the story if you beat the game, and that ending is great. Like they it's a very satisfying ending, and then it's like, okay, you can be satisfied with that ending, but the ending that you get when you 100% the game and you fight the final secret boss and you realize that some shit that you thought you knew was not what you thought you knew. Yeah, bro, like they fucking killed that story. The side content and the just gameplay of it all was just A1 from start to finish. So Blade Chimera is pretty high. Really, I feel like it should be higher, honestly, but I'm gonna leave it at 8 for now. Me talking about it made me think like, actually, this probably should have been higher. But
yeah,
I'll stop
isn't this your Metroidvania of the year?
Yeah, if we can count it as a Metroidvania, I would definitely put it as my Metroidvania of the year.
Hell yeah.
Even over Hollow Knight.
Yep, and that reminds me of a game that got away from me is Silksong for sure. That's probably already like 10 that got away from me, but I have an excuse for that. I still want to get through the first one, and they are doing a Switch 2 port for the first one, so let's fucking go. Shout out to Team Cherry. But okay, so my number 8, sticking with a little bit of Xbox theme here. I kind of am just putting this here because I was very excited for it. It does deserve recognition for the type of game it is, and it does deserve recognition for being a very beautiful depiction of its setting, and then that is South of Midnight. And while this one is also one that I have a lot of deep problems with, where it's like, I wish that it was more of a platformer. Like, I wish that the team was more confident in like what they were trying to do. Like, it just feels like playing the game, it feels like tempered confidence, where it's like, you like, yes, they are very confident in it, but it's like something like over them is like, let's not 100% go in the direction that we want to. It's like, let's do a little bit of this, and let's do a little bit of that, and let's do a little bit of this, and let's try not to be masters of anything, but let's try not to make anything too bad or too poor. But I really like the setting. The graphics are amazing in this game. It's a beautiful game. Love the art style. I wish we had more games that had this art style. The platforming is solid. The animations feel great. Hazel, she feels very like the weight of her movements is just like, it felt really good to control. And I remember that being like the main thing that stuck out to me when playing that game, where it's just like she feels so good, and like the platforming feels so good, and the double jumping and the dashing and all that feels good. It's like, why didn't they just make this a platformer, you know? But it's still a good game though for what it is. And shout out to what's it called? Shout out to Compulsion for releasing this one for sure. And it came out
a game that got away.
Even
with
you gotta get to it, man.
I still wanted to play it eventually.
Yeah, I think you'll probably come away with the same as me, where it's like combat's kind of but the platforming's pretty good. I will say the story ends off in a pretty not great spot. They did rush it. You can tell the ending's super rushed. But hopefully they get a crack at a sequel. I really like the world. I really like the characters. The world, the story, and the dialogue was great too. So shout out to South of Midnight.
Yes, sir. And I was about to pause you when you said she feels so good, but then I was like, is that pause? Because, but I'll let you.
That's funny.
All right. Funny. Now on to number 7, and this one is, I feel like I'm after like I put out my review for this game. I actually got early access to this game. I got a review code, got to review it, and I was so hyped and I was having so much fun with this game. And then when I saw the actual reviews for it, they were like low as fuck. I was like, bro, like why? I was like, what did I play that like why is everyone's opinion is so bad compared to mine? But I don't give a fuck. This game was great and I loved my time with it. And that is Daemon X Machina. Titanic Scion.
Wow. Hell yeah.
And I kept wanting to talk about this game so much before before the embargo was up, because it was just like I was so surprised by how much fun I was having with this game, especially since I hated the first game with a fucking passion. Like I have zero love for the first game. I bought it on just like thinking that, you know what, Nintendo's publishing it. It had a really cool art style. The music was fire. This will be the mech game that I get into, and it was some bullshit. But this one kind of got rid of the bulky, big, slow ass mechs and went for more of an Iron Man style design, maybe a little bit bigger. Like they're not human size suits, but definitely a lot smaller, more human-like, and definitely 100% more agile. Now, I will say the controls do take some getting used to, and I feel like that's where a lot of the reviews kind of tanked the game, because it's not intuitive with its controls. But if you can put in the time and really get the hang of it, and especially like how the mech moves and controlling it, it becomes pretty special, especially with the like melee combat, which was my biggest gripe with the first game, is that the melee combat was pretty bad. This one, I was going almost fully melee, and it was a lot of fun to do that. All the melee weapons had different feels to them. It kind of felt like Dark Souls in a way, where like having different weapons kind of gives you different special abilities, but also gives you like a different feel in combat. Like if you want to be more fast-paced and you want to dodge more, you definitely want to get something a little bit lighter. But if you want to just go ahead and tank shit, get the great sword and go crazy, and then get you a, but also like having, what was it, 4 different weapons, 2 different shoulder weapons, and then I think you had like 2 artillery weapons as well. It was like 8 different weapons in total, and you're just like going between them. You're jetting to and from enemies and dodging attacks, and you had like finisher moves whenever you would weaken them. Like then they just had random shit that they were just adding in for fun. Like you can drive vehicles in a mech, which makes no sense, but it actually felt great to drive in the game also. And then you can ride on these horse-like aliens. And the story, I mean, the story was all right. It wasn't anything really crazy that you could like, nothing crazy, but the story was interesting. The characters were really interesting, and they had really great designs. And yeah, there was, the card game was like, there was a card game in there that was also pretty fucking fun. And it was like they were just going all out with this game, and that's what I loved about, like, everything that they added into the game made the game feel better and more expansive. The world was huge, and it had different biomes, and the customization was great. Like, I kept just being amazed the further that I got into the game, and I really enjoyed my time. That was like my Xenoblade like Chronicles X sequel that's more action based. But yeah, it was a great game. I gave it like an 8.5 or some shit. And that is my number 7.
Hell yeah. That's what's up. That's what's up. For my number 7, I got a game that you already mentioned, but it's a little bit higher on my list. It's Rematch. Shout out to Kepler and Slow Clap for this one. It fit a niche that, for me, that was really needed, and that was a sports game. And I love my sports games, but I didn't really have one this year that I really like dug my teeth into until Rematch came along, and it was kind of like my home base game for like almost 2 months. It was like, if I wanted to play something or if I was in the mood to pick up something and play, I probably was picking up and playing Rematch. It's very easy to just hop into a couple matches, play, perfect your dribbling. It has a high skill ceiling, but it's easy to pick up and get into, which is nice. I'm starting to learn how to I'm starting to learn how to use the passing in ways where it's not just passing to teammates, and there's where it's like passing to myself, where it's like kicking, like if I'm running like parallel to like the wall, I can pass off of the wall and then catch it and then like shoot it into the goal instead of like trying to like dribble around the defender and stuff like that. So I'm definitely learning some new things still, even now after putting in like 30, maybe 40 hours into it. But yeah, it's awesome. I highly recommend it if you are someone that is into sports games or soccer, or just want something casual to pick up and play with friends. This is probably the one game that I got a lot of my friends to hop on and play with me. A lot of the people that were on Game Pass. Didn't really play too much with too many friends this year, but this was the one that I got people into. It's like, let's play some Rematch, and like I would show them trailers and stuff, and they'd be like, oh hell yeah, I'll download it and stuff. So this was cool for the casual friends too, for sure.
Yes sir. That was probably the only game that we really played together. Awesome.
Yeah, me and you for sure. Some Rematch. We had some good times.
We only played. I think we played only 2 games. No, we played some 33 Immortals, didn't we?
We played 33, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I think we won on a 33 Immortals run too.
Yeah, we did.
If I remember. There was another game.
I know I played Towerborn with a lot of people, but I don't remember if I played.
No, I didn't. I didn't really play Towerborn.
But we played 2 sports games this year. Yeah, we played 2 sports games together.
I remember the other one.
But
yes, sir.
All right. So number 6, and this, like, from here I was shuffling my picks so much because I'm like, bro, like it was really hard to place these. And as much as I love this game, there was just other games that I had to put in front of it. But number 6 is Kirby Air Riders. And I wanted this to be in my top 5, but like just how I felt about these other games, I couldn't. So Kirby Air Riders is going to be number 6. And I will say, out of every game on this list, Kirby Air Riders is the most packed with content. Like, it feels over, like, there are games that feel complete, and then there's a Sakurai game where it feels like he completed it and then added 100% more content onto that. And that is Kirby Air Riders, because there's just so much to do, so much to unlock, so many challenges that you're working towards, a full story mode that feels really good and worth your time. Like every single mode in the game has online functionality. There's nothing, even the top ride mode that you would think is just kind of just like a side thing that I wouldn't like any other developer. I would be like, oh yeah, that's just gonna be like a little local thing. But no, Sakurai is like, have a full online lobby for this mode and have it ranked too. So like if you want to only play top ride, you can play top ride and get like rank up in that. But having all of these different game modes, air ride, top ride, and then city trial, what is the story mode called? Road trip. And city trial basically being the culmination of all of that, which I've talked about city trial before, so I won't go too in depth, but it's basically a 16 player battle royale in a sense, not in a sense that you're like killing off one bot like each enemy until you're the last one, but you're thrown into this open world kind of space and everyone is trying to collect abilities and skills to increase their stats as much as possible before the time ends. And you can get that through defeating enemies in the field, like just CPU controlled enemies. You can get that by defeating players, and then obviously you'll get a lot more because they usually have a lot more, but obviously there's a lot of risk to that as well. And then there are also just random events that happen, and I feel like for the most part, like I've put maybe like out of the 60 hours that I put into the game, I put about 20 hours into the multiplayer, and I kept like, and it was just city trial, like I rarely played air ride, and I kept getting new events. Like I don't even think I've seen every event that can happen in city trial, and that's how much variety that he has added into that. And like the random events, and then getting all like finding out your stats at the end, and you're like, okay, I have like a like my character and my vehicle is built for speed. Like, am I gonna do the race? Like, obviously if you're built for speed, you're gonna do the race. But just like the whole being able to pick which event that you battle in at the end, and there basically being 4 winners at the end of each round. So it's like there's 4 different events to choose from, and they're random. So sometimes you won't even have a race. You can build your vehicle and your character for speed, and there not even be a race, and then you're just kind of shit out of luck. But like there's so many different challenges at the end. I think there's like 16 or 15 of them. But yeah, city trial is amazing. That's the highlight of it. But the road trip, if you're just single player, that is also just as good. And yeah, Sakurai did it again. This is like literally will hold me over until Smash Bros, honestly, because it's something I still pick up and play every now and then. I thought Mario Kart World would be that game for me, but nah, Kirby Air Riders is definitely the one that I go back to way more often. So that is number 6, Kirby Air Riders.
Let's go. So for my number 6, and this is a game that I've put like, I think I put 20 hours into. I haven't fully completed and beat, but I have beat a few runs, and that is Hades 2. This game does not make my top 5, and that's mainly because I think, you know, it's really good. It's really good. The dialogue is great. The gameplay feels super smooth on the Switch too. It feels super smooth, especially docked in that 120 FPS mode. Amazing. And the art style is great as always. I love this like hand-drawn, like isometric, like, you know, top-down perspective and like the art style and stuff like that. But I think where it loses me a little bit is I think it overcomplicates its mechanics a little bit, just a tad bit. With like I forgot what it's called, but it's like you can like add on like buffs and like you can make it so it's like you don't die, like, or when you die like you can come back again and stuff like that. I just think like there's just a little bit too much in like the trinkets and all that stuff. I feel like Hades 1 is just like the more simple game. It's like it's a little bit more, I don't know how to explain it. I just feel like it's just a little bit less complicated, which I think I prefer that, going from Hades 1 to Hades 2. And like it only like further proves it for me, because like I went back to Hades 1 and I'm like, yeah, I do kind of like this a little bit better. But they're both great. They're both amazing. And it's more so on me. Like I don't personally like some of the things where it's like that overcomplicates it. But I do think that if I just stick with it more and just like actually get to like the true ending, I'll probably feel like better about it. And like some of the stuff that I find that I dislike about it to be things that I've feel more neutral about or stuff. But it's still amazing. It's still great. Highly recommend it. Runs great on the Switch, as I stated. Yeah, another roguelike. Shout out to, I think it's Supergiant, right?
Yep, Supergiant.
Shout out to Supergiant. Hopefully after this one they go back to making a new IP. That'd be nice. I love like Transistor and stuff, so I like their ideas. Hopefully they can go back to doing some other stuff. It was nice that they did 2 cracks at the roguelite genre, though, for sure.
You know what's crazy?
What's
completely forgot about Hades 2. But also, I feel like I didn't play it enough to really put it on my list. So it worked out. All right. Number 5. You already know that this was gonna crack the top 5. Probably maybe not the game I played the most, but yeah, Mega Bonk. Of course. Hold on real quick. Actually, go ahead and talk about your part while I...
My number 5? Okay, for sure. Dude, you just mentioned Mega Bonk. I hella forgot about that game. I did not put enough time into it to probably put it in my 10. I don't know if it would even make it, but I did really enjoy it. Runs great on Steam Deck. But my number 5 is Pirate Yakuza. I'm forgetting the full fucking title of it. I think it's like Pirate Yakuza's in Hawaii or some shit like that. But this was my Yakuza game of the year. Well, this and Yakuza 0, but I didn't want to put Yakuza 0 in it just because it's a remaster of a game that came out in 2015 versus Pirate Yakuza is actually a brand new game in their newer engine, not their outdated engine. And yeah, man, I was really thinking about this game. Like, I put so much time into it. This is also a game that I got all the achievements in, so I got the full 1K. I think my total playtime ended up being like something like 60 hours or 60-ish hours, and it definitely got me ready for my Infinite Wealth playthrough, which I'll probably end up doing sometime this year. I'll probably skip out on the Yakuza games that come out this year and focus more on Stranger Than Heaven and Infinite Wealth, and whatever ones I miss out on, I'll probably just end up playing next year. This kind of seems like my flow with the Yakuza series, just because they put out so many fucking games a year. But yeah, really enjoyed it. This one has an interesting flavor to it where it's like, it's not the turn-based, active turn-based of Infinite Wealth and Like a Dragon. It's going back to the action stuff. But it has the boat combat where it's like, it's kind of Assassin's Creed Black Flag. Like, I would say it's very bare bones version of that. You can't exit the ship. You can't just stop driving the boat, jump off, and like go into the water and shit, which is what makes Black Flag really special in my opinion. But it has like that battle mechanic, which is really fun. It's fun just like, you know, traversing the seas. The side content is enjoyable. The story is wacky. The ending is really fucking good. Like if there is a game that I played that really had an absolutely banger of an ending, it's this one. It made my mind go like wow, like insane. And it really did like make me hyped to get into Infinite Wealth for sure. So shout out to RGG. They're doing their thing. Really excited for Stranger Than Heaven for sure. But yeah, Pyro Yakuza is number 5.
All right, and sorry about that, but
no, you're good.
Back to Megabonk. That is my number 5, and essentially this game is Vampire Survivors meets Risk of Rain 2, and it just like, and then slap on some fucking internet humor, and it just fucking works. Like, it's amazing from the game design standpoint of it, of how they just mix these two things, made a third person Vampire Survivors like as we call it, or reverse bullet hell, whichever you want to call it. They have so many names for it now. Bullet heaven, reverse bullet hell, auto shooter, like there's so much. But yeah, third person version, but also they have hold on, I just got a call from the boss, or I just got a message from the boss.
Sure.
All right, I have to let Hog know that I wanted to cover the game that he had just put.
Okay.
But yeah. Wait, did he say DM him? Oh, wait. My bad. All right. So, yeah, man, Megabonk was the only like Survivors like that really made me go, yeah, this is something that I can really say is on the level of Vampire Survivors. Maybe not fully, but I definitely enjoyed it just as much as I enjoyed playing Vampire Survivors for the first time, because it actually felt fresh, which I can't really say for a lot of the other Vampire Survivors likes that just felt like more Vampire Survivors. But yeah, Megabonk is 100% number 5 on the list.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Oh, I guess I'll just go to number 4 because I kind of messed up the order.
All good.
But my number 4, which I do not have any gameplay for, at least I don't think I do. But my number 4 is Fantasy Life I, the girl who steals time. And this was a sequel that I had been hoping for since the 3DS. So I played the 3DS version, and that game was really, it had a really great concept at the time, but it just needed a little bit more to be fully realized. And 10 years later, maybe more, we finally got exactly what I wanted. And not Final Fantasy, get it? Fantasy Life I is exactly what I wanted from this franchise. It hit every single mark, and you have more lives, which are your classes. You have a much better quality of life when it comes to managing your lives, so you can switch between the lives that your classes on the fly. So on the first game, it was like, oh, if you are, let's say you're a chef, and then you're like going out to go fight. You can't just, you have to go into town. You have to switch to one of your combat classes and then go out into the town. I mean, out of the town and go fight like monsters and collect whatever you need to collect. Then you got to come back into town and then change into the chef and then do the, like, instead of doing all of that, it's just it's quick swap and it's contextual. So if you're in the kitchen, you automatically become the chef. If you're at a blacksmith table, you automatically become a blacksmith. Like, you don't have to worry about switching to fit the like going out and doing all this extra shit to switch. So the quality of life was so much better. The gameplay was a lot better, and then they basically, like, they went all out in this game because they essentially made like 3 games in one. So the first game being literally just the Fantasy Life sequel that I just said, like, it's just a bigger and better Fantasy Life. But they have this past, or I guess it's the present gameplay, which is an island that you became the leader of, and essentially it becomes Animal Crossing, and you have to get villagers and they join your village, and you basically like interact with them and like build them houses and give them gifts, and they'll give you stuff to help you on your journey. The more you take care of them, the better gifts you'll get and all kinds of things. And I wasn't expecting like a full Animal Crossing experience when I was thinking of what I want from Fantasy Life I, but it worked so well and it kind of fed into the actual RPG experience. But then they had a whole separate map that was an open world, and it was inspired by Breath of the Wild. Literally, like, they didn't try to hide it at all, because they had the towers. You had your tablet that was basically your Sheikah slate, and it would interact with the towers whenever you unlock them to unlock a piece of the map. And it like, somehow it worked perfectly. And the open world section felt different than the like main storyline that was just like the regular kind of RPG sections. But yeah, they like really went beyond what I would have ever thought from them, and they nailed it in every aspect. So Fantasy Life I, definitely one of my favorite games of the year. Probably the game that I put the most time into, because it was over 100 hours just to finish it. Like, and that was me switching between PC and the Switch 2, because they have cross save. So I was going from the PC and then going to my Switch 2 and just kind of playing like that. So that's also a cool feature that it had. So yeah, Fantasy Life I, The Girl Who Steals Time, 100%. Recommend that game.
Hell yeah.
That was number 4.
Shout out to Level 5, man. They got the Inazuma 11 game out too.
Yeah,
so that's one that is on my eye. Yeah, for sure. Me too, bro. That's one I hella want to play, because I was looking at that and I was like, this looks fucking sick.
I played the demo and it was amazing. So
yeah, was it Switch 2? Switch 2 demo?
No, I played it on PC.
Oh, okay, for sure. It's it has an anime too, right? Or am I wrong?
They usually have an anime. I don't know if the anime for this one is out, but for all of their previous games, they've had a corresponding anime that comes out after.
For sure. We're on number 4, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so now we're getting into the 9s and aboves in my opinion. So all the rest of these games are 9s or higher.
Yep.
So number 4, which is a game that I reviewed, which is the last game I reviewed actually, and this is Shinobi Art of Vengeance. I don't even know what more I can say other than just check out the review. I do a great job at explaining like all the fantastic, great things about the game. It makes me sad, like looking at it. It makes me sad that I didn't play Ninja Gaiden Ragebound, or I didn't fully play it because I played the demo, but I didn't play the regular game. And I'm sure if I played it, these two would probably be neck and neck, in my mind. But it's a pseudo Metroidvania. It's a stage-based Metroidvania, so it's not like a connected world, but it's connected via stages, and like stuff that you get in the later stages like unlock pads in the previous stages. So in a sense it is very Metroidvania in nature, but they don't even call it a Metroidvania. They just call it like a stage-based like game. But it honestly is a Metroidvania, but it's great. Amazing art style. I think the guy's name is Ben Fickay or something like that. He's like the game's director, but he's also like the game's like art director too. So he's not only like the game's like overall director, but he's like pretty much in charge of like the art direction and stuff. So gorgeous game, super fluid, runs great. I played it on the Series X and I think it ran at 60 FPS, but it looked great, super sharp. Story was kind of whatever, but you're not playing a game like this for its story. You're playing it for its action and traversal and platforming and challenges, and just 100%ing and stuff. So it's a great game. Highly recommend. And shout out to Sega on this one. They really knocked it out of the park for their revival projects that they're doing. So for their first go, they did a great job.
All right. Number 3, and this is a game that I talked about a lot on podcasts because there was something new to talk about every week, and that is because it was a game that was released as weekly episodes.
Oh yeah.
And a very fantastic run that it had, like one of the best in this genre, and that is Dispatch. I knew that I would like this game just from the first time I saw it, but usually these story-driven, like episodic kind of games, they don't. Ooh, I just saw another game that I kind of missed. All right, but they usually don't. They don't really like hit me like Dispatch did, where I'm like, oh yeah, I need to be here every week. Like day one, as soon as it releases, like I'm still thinking about it the next week. Even today, I still think about Dispatch. Like I'm on a Dispatch Reddit and everything, and just seeing people talk about it and shit. But yeah, this game really connected with me, probably because not only was the story great, the characters were great, the actual gameplay of it kind of hooked me as well, which I wasn't really expecting.
Mm-hmm.
The Dispatch gameplay was actually pretty strategic, and every week it got more difficult and it added more mechanics, and that just made me like the game a lot more than something like Walking Dead or Life is Strange, where there's gameplay, but it's usually like some weird, like not weird, but like it'll be like QTEs, or in Life is Strange's case, it'd be like doing puzzles using the rewinding mechanics, which I did like that aspect of it, but it wasn't as much gameplay. Like it wasn't anything really hard hitting or anything intensive. But with Dispatch, it actually like those sections of the game were like half the episode in the later parts, and I didn't think that they were gonna go so heavy on the gameplay and how long that they would actually spend in those sections. But I actually love that part of it, and I remember like seeing people like, man, I wish I could just skip the fucking gameplay. I'm like, bitch, like I can't stand people, bro. But yeah,
people always got something to complain about, right?
But I fell in love with the gameplay. I fell in love with the characters. The writing was amazing. It was like raunchy, but also hilarious, and it never felt unnatural. Like every piece of dialogue just felt very natural, and it was just well written in every aspect.
Hell yeah.
The ending was amazing. They nailed it at the end. And if you got the good ending, they really nailed it. If you got the bad ending, then it hurt. I got the good ending first, and when I saw the bad ending, it still like hit me like damn. But the great ending is amazing. Like that's a perfect ending for a game.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm hoping that we get a season 2 from Ad Hoc, because they fucking killed it.
Hopefully, yeah, man.
And I wouldn't even mind if it's like different characters and stuff. I wouldn't even care if like we don't get a like sequel to Robert's story and they go to somebody else. But yeah, this game was definitely a big surprise of 2025 and really snuck its way in. I forgot what I was gonna say, but yeah, number 3. That's it.
Number 3. Yeah, Dispatch is one that I'm gonna get to when it comes out on the Switch too.
This month?
And yes sir, I'm gonna cop it there. I don't know if I'll play it this month. I hope I do, but what's it called? I'm gonna get it for sure. I'm gonna support them on the Switch too. I seen that it's also coming on the Switch 1 too, which is interesting.
Yeah,
so
it's on both.
Yes sir.
I mean, it's not really an intensive game. I'm actually surprised it's not on PS4 and Xbox One.
Well, it's not on PS4 either. It's just on PS5.
Yeah, it's only on PS5.
What?
And PC.
All right, that's kind of weird, actually. It's not even on Xbox at all, right?
Yeah, not on Xbox at all. I don't even know why I said Xbox One. But yeah, this game, like most of it is CG. Actually, I think all of it is CG.
Oh, it's on Unreal Engine 4 too, which is interesting. Huh.
All of it is
man, I'm excited.
rendered.
Yeah, man. It looks really good, dude. I love Telltale games. Maybe if I'm itching for those for those trophies, maybe I'll probably cop it on the PlayStation. But if not, I'll just pick it up on the Switch. But yeah, no, it looks really good, really good. Shout out to Ad Hoc, right?
Yes, Ad Hoc Studio.
Ad Hoc Studios. All right. So for my number 3, and this is one I wish I could have fully completed, but I know I'm a feel the same way about it as I do now, and that is Ghost of Yotei. Shout out to Sucker Punch. They killed it. And I knew that they were gonna kill it just because I just really liked the gameplay of Ghost of Tsushima. So it is very iterative, but it feels iterative in all the best ways. Like they added more side content, so it's not just you're just cutting bamboo and chasing foxes this time. So it's way more than that. The side quests from Tsushima didn't really need any improvement, so they kind of just kept that same like formula for the side quests, where it's like each side quest character that you come across, they have like a layered side quest system where it's like you like continually do quests for them and stuff until you finish their like little story arc. The animations and like the animations in combat feel so smooth, and like switching between the stances and stuff, it feels so good. And yeah, man, I just really love this game. on the PS5 Pro, it has the performance ray tracing mode, which looks absolutely gorgeous. The homie Roman, he came over and he was all like, bro, this is the first time I'm using the PS5 Pro, and he was like asking me, he's like, which game should I like see on the thing, and I was like, boot up Yote. And he's someone that hasn't even played Tsushima yet, so this was like his first time like really like checking it out. And then he was like because it instantly loaded in, and like I was already on the horseback and stuff, and he was just like riding around, and like he rid around for like maybe like 5 minutes, like was fighting some enemies and stuff, and then he like looked at me and he's like, bro, he's like, this game looks fucking amazing. And I was like, yeah, man. And he's also someone that doesn't have OLED, so it was his first time really experiencing like that full like, you know, OLED HDR, higher frame rates and stuff. So he was really immersed in it, which was nice to like see like on a third person perspective, because it's like I experience, you know, the OLED stuff every day now because that's just like my daily drivers. So it's like seeing people experiencing it for the first time like really makes me like appreciate it more, which was nice. But shout out to Ghost Yote. Shout out to Atsu. I really think she is a more like down to earth, like more grounded protagonist as opposed to Jin, which Jin is very like, you know, samurai, traditional, you know, traditional values, traditional beliefs. Yeah, or if you want to say that, boring. But Atsu is like she gets into the, you know, the I was about to say sauna, the steam, not the steam, fuck, what's it called? Hot springs. Yeah, she gets into the hot springs and she's literally like, oh, my body fucking hurts. like it's just so real, you know, like it's like that's something that I would fucking say, like, you know, sitting inside the sauna like after a workout session, I'll be like, fuck, man, I feel like shit, you know. Like it's just like little things where it's just like, wow, it's just, she just feels like a real character, and the world just feels so like alive, and the flora and fauna just everywhere. I don't know, I just really love this game. But it's not my number one because first of all, no legends this year, no legends in the year that it came out, so I am gonna dock it for that. And number two, I just didn't beat it. What happened?
We did get legends. Legends are.
Oh. That was a good one. But yeah, great exclusive. It'll come to PC probably Q3 of this year is what I'm predicting. I think Death Stranding 2 will be Q2 of this year on PC. But yeah, man, I'm very happy with Ghost Yote, and they're gonna still pump out some things before they move on. They, as in Sucker Punch, they're gonna pump out Legends, Ghost Yote Legends, and then they might do DLC. I don't know if they're 100% on that yet, but I'm expecting it still. But yeah, after they do that, on to the next game, which I don't think will be a Ghost of game. I think it will be a new IP. But yeah, Ghost Yote, number 3.
Or go back to Infamous, whichever one, even though I really don't care for Infamous that much either.
Hey,
you know what it better not be? Fucking Sly Cooper. As long as it's not that, I'll be happy.
The guy that made the comments of like, oh, like the team wouldn't be that interested in going back to an Infamous is actually gone. So who knows?
All right. Now for the top 2.
Yup.
Number 2. I'm just gonna say it, and I'm not even gonna talk about it because there's
okay.
We don't need to talk about this one because you guys already know what it is. Player Obscure Expedition 33. Okay. Yeah, that's it. That's the tweet.
I think I know what your number 1 is.
Oh yeah.
Just based off of that, and I think we're in the same boat here on our number 1s. Hopefully.
Probably.
But okay, so Claire's your number 2?
Yeah, you already know what it is. Active turn-based, amazing story, amazing characters, really great writing, and the music is also fantastic. And yeah, objectively, I can definitely see why it won Game of the Year. and I'm okay with it winning Game of the Year, even if it's not my favorite. But yeah, that's all I gotta say.
Obscure. Yeah, this is definitely one that got away from me too, for sure. I think I played like 4 hours of it, if I recall. I did get to the overworld area. I do remember like I was like, I didn't get deep into it, but I did get deep into chapter 1 for sure. But they updated this for FSR 4, so I should probably check it out on the PC and see how it runs. Because I did re-download it when I first got this PC just to see how it would run, and it didn't have FSR 4 and it wasn't running great, so it made me not want to stick with it. But now that they updated it for FSR 4 and it has all those optimizations and stuff, I think I might give it another go. Especially now that we're a little bit away from the GOTY conversations, I can look at it in a clear mind too, for sure. But yeah, no, it's a great game. I never, in all the conversations I've had about the game, I've never said that the game is dog shit. Like, I've never said, like, I say it's mid as a joke. I obviously don't think the game is mid. The game obviously is quality. It has quality behind it. What's it called? Looking for a Switch 2 port for sure. So hopefully they can get that one out. That'd be awesome if they could do that. But yeah, shout out to Claire, man, for sure. Shout out to Claire. 33 Immortals too. That one got hid.
I also have to say that although it's my number 2 worst fan base in the world, Country Days, they are the worst.
That's funny.
I hate all of them. I don't care. Anyone talking about JRPGs and also glazing the hell out of Expedition 33, they don't know anything about JRPGs. That's all I'm gonna say.
That's funny.
But yeah, if you're a Claire Obscure fan, don't bring up no JRPGs. That's all I'm gonna say. Keep JRPG's name out your motherfucking mouth.
Yeah.
All right. But yeah, that's number 2. What you got for number 2?
Yes, but so I want to say before we leave the Claire, I am sad that it completely overshadowed Immortals 33 or 33 Immortals. But
the other 33.
The other 33 game for sure. But that one was also really good. That one was also really fun. Yeah. That is not my number 2. However, my number 2 is a game that snuck in literally in the last week of 2025. I did play it a little bit. I did play it a little bit when it came out, but I put it down because I knew I was gonna get fucking addicted to it. But I copped it on the Switch 2 when it was on sale, and I also did re-download it on Xbox as well. So maybe I might go for that double 100% on both platforms. But its number 2 is Ball X Pit. I guess you could say this is the Survivors like. It definitely is in that vein. It's in that vein for sure. A brick breaking ball, what is it? What do they call it? Ball fusion. A little bit of base building, survival roguelike game. It's just amazing. If you have Game Pass, play it. If you have a Switch, play it. If you have a PlayStation, buy it. If you have a PC, buy it. Just highly recommend it. There's honestly nothing I can say wrong about this game. They absolutely hit it out of the park. This one is published by Devolver, so it does have a publisher, but it's probably more in that like AAA sense, where it's like there is a publisher backing it, but it is an indie game at the same time. But yeah, man, it's great.
Heaven's Son is the developer.
Heaven's Son for sure, man. They did an amazing job, and I can't wait to keep on unlocking new characters and unlocking new stages and unlocking new weapons and balls and stuff. I'm so excited to keep on and farming and doing all the base building stuff, man. It's just amazing across the board.
Yeah, And I will just throw that as an honorable mention because that game was amazing, and another game that really turned the Survivors like into something fresh and new. Even more so than Megabunk because they used a genre that I didn't even think that you could make a Survivors like into, but they found a way. But before I get into my number one, gotta mention some great ones that just didn't make the list. Like I said earlier, Hades 2, even though I played it, I didn't play enough to really make it onto my list, but I'm pretty sure if I played more of it and finish it, which I do plan on finishing it because I want to review it, that would be on the list for sure. Silksong barely did not make my top 10. It was probably like 11 or no, it'll be 12 on my list. Although I had a lot of gripes with Silksong and the developers did not want me to actually enjoy the game, I did enjoy the game as I played it. So yeah, Silksong, Avowed, also a game I didn't put as enough time to really get deep into it, but just from the gameplay and the world, I really loved what I played of it. Although the story was boring as shit, and I remember having that argument like, yeah, the dialogue is great, but the story is so boring and uninteresting, which makes no sense. So yeah, maybe Avowed 2 will perfect that. And lastly, Rune Factory, Guardians of Azuma, which I really did not want to leave this one off because this was a game I really fell in love with when that was the launch title of the Switch 2 that I reviewed before Mario Kart World. And I love the Rune Factory series. I don't think this is my favorite one of the Rune Factory series, but they did a lot to improve and kind of move the formula forward that I did like, and then it kind of did some things backwards that I didn't like that they changed. So, but art style was great. The combat was the best in the series by a mile. They did a really good job improving that combat, and the characters were great. The world was great. The story was okay. I think there are better Rune Factory stories, but yeah, it was a great game. But the number one, which I think me and Subeg have the same.
Wait. Can I do my honorables?
Oh, yeah, real quick? Yeah. So we can just talk about it.
Because I'm pretty sure we do have the same one. Yeah. But okay, so I do have a list of honorable mentions. I think I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I do have 5. So you can probably consider this 11 through 15.
Okay.
So 11 would probably be MK World. Really enjoyed it. I don't like how wide the tracks are. If there is one complaint I have, it is that. And yes, all Mario Karts are very item reliant, but I feel like this one's like almost extremely so. There's so many times I'll be like second, third place, like just getting by off of like the shitty items that they give you in the like, top 5, right? And then I'll get, booted out of that based off someone that's in like 11th place, but got like the queen mushroom,
Yeah.
So it's like fuck, like I'm just getting like absolutely screwed by actually being in like that top 5 area. It's like I always get booted out of that, but the music is great. Doing all the P switches and stuff in the open world is so fun.
Especially now that they put them on the map so you can see which ones you've hit.
Yeah, the tracker and stuff. You can also see like the character skins that you still need. Yeah. And all that. It's just a fun game. It's a game that has a lot of just joy and a lot of fun behind it. The music is fantastic. Super excited to see the DLC tracks if and when they do it.
Yeah. The soundtrack is probably the best in the series, like not even close. It's amazing.
Oh yeah.
Honestly, it should have been nominated for best soundtrack of the year, but
yeah, for real.
It wasn't orchestral enough.
Yeah. But yeah, MK World, very fun. Probably the best racer that came out last year. If you're considering MK World, Sonic Racing, and Kirby Air Riders, and Garfield Kart, I guess.
I don't even consider Kirby Air Rides in the same category because I don't think anyone plays it for the actual racing.
Yeah, it's more so a party game than it is a racing game. But yeah, so that would be my number 11. Number 12, I have Dear Me I Was. This is more of like a movie type of game, but it's a game that stuck with me. I went back to it just to like see it in handheld because I played it all on docked at first go. So like I went back to it and seen like how it is on handheld and like the little gameplay interaction bits where you can interact with the game. You can do it via the touchscreen, so that's cool. It's only like $7, so like if you're interested in like a 50-minute like a short interactive story, that's like very slice of life, but that has a lot of heart, I highly suggest this one. My next one is Kirby Air Riders, as you mentioned. I just didn't put enough time into it, honestly. If I did, I probably would have put it in my top 10. But it's very fun. It's easy to pick up and play, but it's also another one of those things that has a very high skill ceiling. So yeah, shout out to Sakurai. It's one of those games where you pick up and play and you immediately know who made it. Immediately, even if you don't even know the history of the game or didn't watch any of the directs and the presentations, like you pick it up, you know, it's like, oh yeah, this is a game made by the person that made Smash Bros, you know. So yeah, shout out to Kirby Air Riders. Another one that you mentioned earlier, AC Shadows. This is just another one that I didn't put enough time into, but super gorgeous. I put most of my time into it on Xbox using the balanced mode, so the 40 FPS mode, and on PC, which was gorgeous. I echo everything you say. It's a great game. It's a great game. And then, what's it called? I think I just have one last one, so I guess it's just 14. But my last honorable mention is Mullet Magic. And it's a little indie game. Yeah. It's another roguelike-ish. But yeah, super unique. It's like this stage-based thing where it's like you have to get through the stage within like 60 seconds, but it's like if you kill the enemy, you like add on time. So it's like you're just trying to get through it as fast as you can, and it's just chaotic fun. And it's almost like a boomer shooter. It has boomer shooter elements to it for sure, but it plays like a roguelike. But yeah, those are my honorable mentions.
All right. And now to get into the number one, which
yes, sir,
is probably obvious to everybody by now. It's Nintendo. Oh shit. Yeah, and it was not the launch title, but it would have been a great launch title for the Switch too, although I think Mario Kart was perfect as a launch title, but it came out just shortly after the launch that we didn't really have to wait too long for something as good as this to come out, and like 10 out of 10 from the gameplay to like everything they did, everything perfect. It was super innovative. Like I've never played anything that even comes close to this in terms of its scale and what they tried to do. And yeah, Drag X Drive is the number one, and you know Subeg agrees. Like the wheelchair mechanics with the Joy-Con, like being able to shoot with the Joy-Con, like innovation at its peak. Like how many games have you played as a person in a wheelchair? And how many of those
Never.
games have you played a person in a wheelchair and you had to actually do the movements on your lap? Like, it was insane that Nintendo could come up with a concept.
True immersion, bro. That's true immersion.
True immersion. It's like if only there was a VR headset, and I would probably like take off the headset
and first person mode.
Yeah, like
dude.
I would probably take off the headset and really think I was paralyzed. I'd be like, damn,
that's insane.
But yeah, man, 10 out of 10, like greatest Nintendo game ever made. And Drag X Drive, it was really that guy this year. Like everyone who played it, like I think it's the highest rated game of all time, and like 99 on Metacritic, 20 million sold in the first day, and it was only $20. Like shit was crazy, bro. Like, oh man, shout out to Drag X Drive. But obviously, the game of the number one for I'm guessing both of us, Donkey Kong Bonanza. And the moment I saw the first trailer at the Nintendo Switch reveal, the Switch 2 reveal, I knew. I was like, oh, bro, this is it. It was like a minute long, and they didn't even go deep into what the mechanics were or what was going on. We didn't even know Pauline was in the game at this time. But I saw him punching through rocks, punching through walls, punching through the floor, and I knew, oh yeah, this is my game of the year. Like, there's no way it's not. And guess what? We are here, and it's exactly what I said it was.
Yeah.
You could tell from the moment you see the game that it's made by the 3D Mario team, even though people were like, oh, I wonder who's making Donkey. Like, what is wrong with y'all? It's like so obvious that it's them. And then they confirmed it like, what, a month before it came out. But yeah, or I think it was actually after launch that we found out that it was the 3D Mario team. But the 3D Mario team making a Donkey Kong game, getting away from pure platforming, getting a lot more action-based, a lot more innovation in how they crafted the what's it called, mechanics, like the destruction mechanics. And it's not even just like the destruction that made it good. The design of the worlds, the design of the powers that you would get, the bonanza forms, the music, the 2D platforming levels were also really amazing. The challenges that you would find, the challenge rooms that you would find were also great. But even like the level, like leveling up your skills and like, oh, now I can break through, like the stone used to take me like 5 punches to finally get through, but now it only takes me 3 because I leveled up the skill. And they put so much thought into this, and like the game design, the gameplay mechanics, the little details which Mario always did right is still here. Like everything was so meticulous, from like even like the enemy designs were actually pretty great. And there was a lot of times where you would come across a new enemy and it was kind of like a little puzzle trying to figure out what's the best way to take them down, because every enemy kind of had their own thing. Like they had a little, I don't even know what I'm trying to say, but they all had a way to easily take them down. Like some of them you need the explosive rock, some of them you would need to go into your bonanza forms. But it was just a really well designed game, which is very, I mean, it's just expected from the 3D Mario team at this point. They've just made classics back to back to back to back to back without fail. So yeah, that is Donkey Kong Bonanza, my number one.
Yes, sir. And yeah, that is mine too. It's just absolutely brilliantly designed game, and there's like literally like it's like if I were to think of video games as like a whole like thing, right, and I were to think of like a game that encapsulates like what gaming means and like the joy that it can bring, like I would say it's Donkey Kong Bonanza. You know, like that's the game that like really like shows off like this is joy. You know, this is gaming. Like this is what you can get.
Wait, oh sorry, go ahead.
No, you're good. That's no. You're good. You're good. It's a great game. It super performant, 60 FPS on the console, handheld or docked. Looks sharp when you play it either way. Great music, great level design, so fun to play. It even got DLC, which is crazy. Yeah, man, it's just a fucking amazing game.
Yes, sir. So that is our top 10 of 2025, some honorable mentions, and the games that we missed out on in 2025. All in all, like we said in the previous episode, 2025 was just a great year altogether, and there was a lot of industry stuff that was bad, but for the game releases, literally could not even play everything that I wanted to play because of how frequent something new was coming out that I really wanted to play. So yeah, but that is the final recap for 2025.
Yay.
But yeah, from now on, it's gonna be looking forward to what comes in 2026 and all the news, good and bad, that comes with it. But with that, let's go ahead and wrap up the show. That is it. That is all we have for you guys today. Thank you all for tuning in, and to all the people leaving comments in the chat. We do appreciate the support. Make sure you guys hit that like because we love you guys and it helps us grow this channel. If you're not subscribed and you enjoyed the show, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button so you can stay updated for when Dual-Wield premieres. Subegos, appreciate you for pulling up as always. Where can we find you and what you got going on?
Sir, y'all can find me on twitch.tv/Subegos, on youtube.com/Subegos. You guys can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Subeg Dollywall. Yeah, tap in, add me on my stuff, add me on my PlayStation, Xbox, Switch if you guys want. I'm down to add some friends. Hit me up if you guys want to play. I usually play on Demon Hours, unfortunately, right now. Well, it's actually usual for me to play on Demon Hours, but if you guys play on Demon Hours too, let me know. I'm always down to game.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. As for myself, Don Otaku, you can find me on Twitter at PastaFeet, F3ET. You can find me on twitch.tv/OtakuTheDon. And you can find me right here on YouTube, where not only are we doing Dual-Wield Gaming Podcast every Thursday, Project Untitled Gaming Podcast, working title, every Saturday live with the day ones. And yeah, man, I'm excited for 2026, and between Lognet and this channel, like, I'm just gonna be leveling up, bro. This is the year of the level up. But speaking of Lognet, check out my articles and reviews on lordsofgaming.net. I just put out a huge article talking about my top 30 most anticipated games of 2026. And yeah, I thought it was it was a lot of fun to put together. It was long as hell. I think it was like 7,000 words, 8,000 words or some shit. So yeah, but I go in depth into most of the games, and yeah, man, there's a lot to be excited about this year, just as last year. So,
yeah.
But with that, any final words for the people? Get them through the week.
Wait, before we end, what was your number one on that list?
Oh, it was Fire Emblem Fortune's Weave.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, you're
hell yeah.
But yeah, I won't say anymore. But yeah, number one was Fire Emblem Fortune's Weave.
Hell yeah, yeah, man. This year is gonna be fucking sick. Every single company, Sony, Nintendo, and Microsoft, they're gonna be trying to hit home runs this year. Which is,
I will say, in my top 5, there was a Nintendo game, a PlayStation game, and an Xbox game. So.
Oh wow, hell yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, man. I'm looking forward to it, man. I'm looking forward to it. The Dev Direct is up first, the New Game Plus showcase,
which is
next game
today for y'all, but tomorrow for us. And we will be live reacting. Subeg, are you gonna be there?
I might be busy, but I'll let you know for sure beforehand.
Well, I'll be live reacting to the New Game Plus showcase. So.
Oh, looks good though. The games that they're showing off.
Yeah.
It's exciting.
So yeah. But with that, let's go ahead. Oh no, you didn't do the final words. What's the final word?
Final words? Man, console gaming forever, bro.
Let them know. Especially since y'all ain't gonna be able to afford no fucking PC in the first place, so y'all might as well be console game forever. Nigga. But yeah, with that, let's get out of here. Peace out, everybody. Enjoy your week, your weekend, your month, year, life, all that. Bye-bye.
Peace.